Here at the California Truck Show in Ontario. It was cool. I just got done doing a podcast with OTR Performance. They're going to post that up soon. When they do, I'll let you guys know. That was really a thorough and great conversation. Great interview. Here's the Nikola cab over, man. Some high steps, man. They should put an escalator up in here. The $488,000 cab over without a sleeper. Come on. It's a badass service truck here. It's an international slash Dodge or GMC or something. Yeah, it's cool in here. It's hot outside, man. Like 93. Alright, let me go. Music's gonna give me that copyright, so I'll stop it right here. was amazing. The show was awesome. I had to mute most of that video. The last one you saw, they were playing music, so YouTube won't let me put it on. I want to thank OTR Performance for having me as their guest on their podcast. It was awesome. Great conversation. I'm going to put a link in the description when as soon as I get it, I'll put it up, but it'll be in there. And you guys can watch the podcast of me in an interview with OTR. Bunch of cool guys, good innovation for software if you need remote access done on your truck while you break down, and they might be able to clear some code so you can get out of there, you know. Real cool guys. Appreciate each one, Jonathan. And yeah, so I'm filming the video that you just seen right now, right? I'm walking around, just a few minutes of it. And I was only like maybe 50 feet from maybe 100 feet from where I was sitting and hanging out with Cordero, with Andres. So I'm like, I get to my car after I say goodbye. I'm like, oh man, my car is just like literally a straight shot from right there. And I'm like, oh, my goodie bag. It's still sitting at the chair because I put it there when I was sitting down talking to Andres. I go back, it's gone. I'm like, oh man, you guys, people are that scandalous. I gotta take my goodie bag. Like, I didn't pay for the stuff, but I wanted the shirts. Yeah, especially from OTR. They gave me the bag. I really wanted it. I was like, and Andres and them weren't there because they were over by the awards, and I didn't want to go down there. I'm like, man, how you gonna take my goodie bag? Everybody had one. I mean, what the hell? Anyway, I had a blast. It was a good show. It was cool. It was nice actually being indoors for once, because I rarely have gone into the exhibition and hung out and talked to all the vendors and stuff, just because I don't like salespeople that much. So, but I love the podcast, and again, I'll link it here in the description. You guys can go check it out. It was pretty fun. I had a good time, so kind of glad I went. On that note, I'm going to get home, and to the goodie bag stealers, damn you! Thanks for the sick merch, man. I appreciate it. Baracho's Apparel, a way to go. Come on, get your stuff. Get it online, barachoapparel.com. You know the site. You know what I'm talking about? It's for the Brandon Balderas. Come on. Steve Taylor's back in town at Okie City. Came down, I was talking to him earlier, he came down to talk to a few people or see his family. He hasn't been out to Cali in like 6 months or so, since, well, no, February. See if I can put you guys up here. Maybe not. Maybe not. This damn car mount. Ugh. There we go. It'd be nice if I can get this thing up here. There we go. Yeah, that'll work. So, it's Saturday, I don't even know what day it is. It's 20-something, whatever. 28th, 28. Yeah, 28th. Yep, it's true. The LowStar, man. Yep, it's over with. It's done. I gotta get rid of it. Came over here today. I'm gonna clean the truck out right now inside. Gonna have it washed probably Monday or so. Yeah, so the bottom line, I don't have any funds at all. I'm in complete negative zone right now, and I can't afford to run the truck. I can't afford to get my own authority. Can't afford to, there's no fuel, there's nothing. I got no insurance, no nada. So, basically forced to sell it and get rid of it. Or store it if I don't sell it. One of the biggest factors is that people don't want a max force motor, which I get. I listed the truck for $20K on Marketplace, and so far every question is it a Cummins? And then I put max force in the description. Obviously people aren't reading it, but the Max Force, I've got 30 grand or more plus into that whole truck. With everything on the outside other than rebuilding it, it's all been replaced. You guys know from watching the videos what I've done to it when I broke down. I tell people, watch the videos, go back through my videos. You'll see every breakdown I did. You'll see everything that's wrong with the truck at the time. It's all been replaced. So it's pretty self-explanatory. I get it's not a Cummins. I wish I had the Cummins. But the Max Force itself, on my motor at least, a lot of it's been replaced. On the outside of the motor, a lot of the problems with the motor, the def, the everything, you name it, the pulleys, I mean, new AC, new, you name it, it's been done. I think the only thing is it needs an alternator, or does it need one? I'm not really sure. Last time I ran it, it was at like I was running at 13. So it wasn't dropping on the needle. It wasn't draining power. It starts right up. I can leave it a whole week or two and it'll start right up. So the batteries are still good on it. I just replaced those, probably a year ago when it was down. For the 3 months that it was down, I did all the pulleys and everything. It's got 2024 Cascadia seats in it from a sleeper. Low pros, of course, the drives are about 50% right now. The steers are brand new. The 255 70 22.5s. What else? 10 speed, obviously, no automatic. The interior is just bone stock, nothing to really show there, not exciting. It's a smaller sleeper. There's no cabinet. There's a cabinet above the bunk on the right side for shelves, storage for shelves, but no refrigerator. It's a typical line haul truck. That's it. It's what it is. Or use it daily like I was doing. Yeah, there's just, I mean, I could go on and on. It's got all new seals and stuff from the drives, the new bushings on the springs, the leaf springs up front. I mean, I can go on and on about it. I mean, as my audience, you guys know what I've done and what I haven't done to the truck. So, yeah, but as far as Max Force goes, it's 634,000 miles on the truck. You get what you got, 20 grand. It's a $20,000 truck. It's a $20,000 truck even when the market's great. If it's negotiable, maybe. But, for people that are like wanting a Cummins motor, then go get one. But you're going to pay, they're all going for about 40 grand right now for the Cummins. And is the Cummins better? I know guys with Cummins in their international Prostars. And they've all had the same problems I've had with the Max Force. The EGR, the sensors, the NOS, this and that, the DEF system. No other problems than I've had with the Max Force motor. Is the Cummins better? I would go with the Cummins just because, it's Cummins, right? But for what you're getting in value on the truck, I believe that I'm not asking 40 grand for a truck that has a Max Force motor that nobody wants. I get it. $20,000 day, all day long truck. And I've seen trucks right now going for more than what I'm asking for with a Max Force, who have almost 1 million miles or a rebuilt motor already, or whatever you want to call it. But the rebuilt is old on the rebuilt already. And they're asking for 35, 40 grand. I'm like, what? Maybe they have a condo, so maybe that is your forte. You're looking for a condo sleeper. But, again, it's a $20,000 truck. It'll get you, it's reliable, it's durable. It will get you, here and there, as you've seen me run it. The oil pressure, a lot of guys were asking me about that. So last time we plugged it in, it showed that the oil pressure sensor was throwing fault codes. Now, I've also heard too that it could be the breather that's next to the oil filter. You know how they're in like a pair? So I don't think the breather's ever been taken out and changed. It could be clogged. And what's happening is when you go to stop, bobtail, it never goes below 20 PSI. But the minute you put a load on it or whatever, and you're driving it around, or an empty trailer, anytime you have a trailer behind it, you'll come up to a stop, and if the temperature's at 190 to anywhere from 200, it'll want to drop below the 20 pounds. I don't know why, not really sure. I did ask that if it needed mains and bearings on it, that it was going to be around 5 grand to do that, because they got to pull the oil pan, then they got to put the new sleeves around the shaft itself, or the crankshaft itself that attach to the bearings and with the rods. But I'm no mechanic. I'm no expert. That's what I was quoted. I just don't have at the time I was like, well, but I was always told, let's check the sensor first and the breather, change it out. And if that doesn't fix the problem, then yeah, then obviously the worst case scenario would be the $5,000 to fix it. I just don't have the money or the means to do that. So for me, it is what it is. I'm straight up about it. That's the only issue that I can see with the truck. Like I said, everything else on it to me is good. I mean, I still drove it around. I've been driving around with it for, I don't know, 4 or 5 months and still haven't had a problem. But you know, like I said, the price is also best offer. So even 20 grand asking, even if I have to come down a little bit, and I mean a little bit, it's cool. If not, I'll just keep it and park it. You know, I'm not gonna, it's a lot of these guys are like, oh, well, you know, would you go like, you know, 12? No, man, nah. You're getting a nice truck that still runs down the road, that no matter what you do, even if I had it all replaced, there's something bound to go wrong with it again down the road. A couple months later, boom, something else is going to fail. That's just trucking, man. It's an old truck. The truck's 9 years old, almost 10, and you get what you get out of it. Why am I going out of business? Basically, Mr. Mark Phantom. He did what big companies do, like Yellow or Arrow, any of those big mega carriers that shut down, and didn't communicate with their drivers. Didn't tell you what was going on. Just shut the fuel card off one day. Didn't respond to you. Didn't pay me for a couple weeks. I finally got paid. That's all good, but I had to hound him, look for him, you know, get out the dogs, be searching for this fool. Didn't want to communicate, whether he just doesn't want the conflict. I'm not really sure what happened. I'm not sure his reason. He completely just shut me out of the apps altogether. The Uber, the Amazon apps. I knew the insurance for the cargo. The liability's still good on the truck. I knew the cargo insurance was due last Friday. And when I asked Mark about it, I had texted him. The only answer I ever got was, I won't have the money to run it. Or to get insurance, so I'm going to have to park my 3 trucks as well. The problem I have is that every week I was giving $300 a week since the last October to pay for the insurance. So he's supposed to take that $300, put it aside, and have that money there, so when the insurance is due, he's going to have plenty of money down. That's for his trucks and mine. But for the weeks he wasn't paying me, he was definitely using my money that I earned and giving me some BS story, which, again, he wouldn't respond or reply. And he'd be out there running his 3 trucks, having these drivers in there, paying them cash, whatever it was. And he wasn't paying me. So he's using my money to run his trucks. So I'm like, where's my money? You already got paid on it twice. So what are we waiting on? Had to kind of, you know, get down and dirty and text him, look, fool, if you don't pay this, we're going to have a real problem, blah, blah, blah. And he wound up paying me, but basically like a mega carrier, you're just in limbo of like, what's going on? Are you shutting your business down? Whatever. So as of this week, when he finally paid me my last money that he owed me, which was $200, I asked him, I go, so are we done with insurance? Are you closing up shop? What are you doing? His reply was basically that he was going to take his trucks up to Victorville and park them. He's not on the insurance. He didn't re-up it because he has no money. But then I find out through Instagram that himself, he's reposting videos of guys that have tagged him when they saw him coming out of the Amazon warehouse on Monday or Tuesday with a load. You can't be on Amazon without having cargo insurance or any insurance. So I know he's lying. I know he's just flat out lying. I saw someone had seen him up in Victorville where supposedly he was going to park the trucks. Yeah, it's just been, my head's just been spinning. Boom. I got a lot of people, great people. I was telling people about it on Instagram. A lot of people were hitting me up going, hey, Ron, you could always go lease out of state. You can do this, you can do that. The reality is I don't have the funds or capital to run the truck anymore. The truck is at a standstill. The only option that I do have is to sell it and go get a driving job. Sucks. I wish, and if I don't sell it, which I'm going to be forced to if I don't, I'm going to just have to park it, put it in the storage or whatever, and then just drive. And maybe someday when the market comes back around and I have some money saved up somehow, I'll be able to come out here and put the truck back on the road. This time around, I'd have to get my own authority to do so and not have to worry. Because I don't have my own authority, never have. I was running under Mark's authority, which he has the right to do whatever he wants with his authority, but he doesn't have the right to just blow me off and become that you-know-what and just be a shady mofo. It's a slap in the face. I never saw it coming. I've almost been on with Mark since I got my truck almost 3 years ago. And, it sucks, man. It's one of those things in life where I can sit here and whine about it, cry about it, but I just got to move on for me and get my bills caught up because I'm way behind. Mark put me way behind. If he would have communicated with me, then I could have changed the outcome in which I'm in now. But I can't do that now. It is what it is, and I just have to move on from here. So 20 grand for the truck. It's a max force motor, 10 speed, 350 rears, 50% tires, brand new steer, brand new AC, brand new starter, brand new pulleys, crank pulley. Every pulley that's on the motor is brand new as of last December. There's plenty of oil. It doesn't lose oil, doesn't drip oil, doesn't leak oil, doesn't blow oil out the back, nothing. The rear end is solid. The front drive axle is solid. We took the entire interlock system out, changed the main bearings in that, changed the U-joints, cab mounts, engine mounts, motor mounts are brand new. What else? The truck's been in the show, you know that. It's lowered, the blocks are pulled. It'll run fine, lowered as low as it is on 295 75 22s or 285 75s, whatever you want to do, because Mark's running those on the twin to my truck and he has no problems with it. So it actually raises the truck back up another 1.5 inches. So it's actually, but it still looks slammed as much as mine is. So to answer your question, if you want to run stock tires on there, you can. Stock low pro tires anyway. Like I said, it's got 634,000 miles on it. The EGR is brand new as of a year ago on the cooler. The tubes inside the cooler were fine at the time, so we left them alone. I didn't replace them. The DEF system has been completely removed, has been completely cleaned and redone inside with a brand new sending unit. Everything is inside is brand new. There's no sticky DEF on the tank. The tank doesn't leak. They're 100-gallon fuel tanks. Yeah, what else am I missing out? It's got new hoses and stuff like that as well. Trying to think. the NOS sensors, the outer, the inner have been replaced twice, actually. NOx sensors, those have been replaced twice. Yeah. I mean, the AC blows cold, like I said, inside. Yeah, everything about it. Just the sleeper one works as well. What else? There's no governor on it, but because of the low pros, the truck will only you're doing a lot of high RPM, so I always kept it around 60 miles an hour. What else? It'll idle fine. It runs on idle. There's no shut off. I'm trying to think what else. The window has a couple chips in it, usual stuff. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. It's just, yeah, that's about all I got. So anywho, that's the scenario with the truck. That's what happened with Mark and me. That's the fallout. It's a dick move. But like I said, I've got to just move on with my life, not worry about it. And quite frankly, it's actually a relief not to be on him anymore, whether he's going to be doing this kind of shit, whether he's going to just... But he's asking 40 grand for his red Cascadia, what I call the Red Baron, the one that I drove last year when I was down for 3 months. He let me use it. That truck has 1.1 million miles on it. Original, never been rebuilt. It's deleted, and he's asking 40 grand for that 2014 Cascadia. Why? Because it's lowered and it's got watermelons all over it. And it's got rhino liner all over the front. Good luck with 40K. And it's got a sound system in there. Ooh. I love that truck. I actually do. It's a nice truck, but 40 grand. More power to him. So that's about it. I don't think I have any more else to say. Like I said, I'm just looking for a job right now. I don't want to go over the road. Hell, I might even go over to CRST. We'll see what happens with that. JB Hunt's hit me up with a couple offers so far. Nothing exciting. Sand and gravel guys, they're not really hiring right now down the street from where I'm at, which was, I thought they would be, because they're running up and down this street right here to the plant. 100 trucks a day or more. Yeah. I can't be in business on my own right now. It's impossible. And another thing too, I didn't want to go on leased on with somebody and be in the same boat where if I break down, which I have no money if I break down or something happens, flat tire, whatever the reason, then I have no money to repair it. And now I'm under their load, under their authority. I don't expect them to pick up the tab, money for fuel. Yeah, they would take it out of my settlements every week, but I would be picking up a tab and it would just be, I'd be right back where I'm at now. I'd still be broke zero, which in this business, the rule of thumb, at least have 20 grand saved up in the bank. Technically, that's the best way, especially in this world right now that we live in with the market. I mean, literally, that's really the best way to survive. You know, have your truck paid off, 20 grand sitting in the bank or more. Probably should have more, but at least a minimum of 20K. That's always been the rule of thumb, at least for most owner ops. That way, if that rainy day comes and you have a problem, or you're not working, you've got that little nest egg saved up. And that's the best business advice that I was ever given. But because the truck, I've got, like I said, over 30,000 in breakdowns on it, probably 10 this year alone. It's just, and then there's no work, no money to be made. You blow through that cash and then you're just out of business altogether. So yeah, the industry did kill me. I feel that it's not just Mark's fault in general. The industry alone has just killed me and several other thousands of drivers on a daily, losing their trucks, giving them back. Thank God I don't owe a bank where, you know, I'm paying $2,800, $3,500 a month for a truck note. I mean, God, I can't even imagine. So at least I'm not in that arena, but I feel bad for those guys. And those guys do work hard. They go out and try to make a living, and then they thought it was going to be this, thought it was going to be that. And again, the Biden economics let us all down, man. No one saw it coming. I never would have guessed 3 years ago. Even last year when I knew we were kind of slowing down, I thought, man, this might tank really bad. I didn't think it'd be this bad, because in 08, 09, we kind of walked through it. I didn't own a truck at the time, but I was working for a guy that had a truck, and he was able to push through it and move on. My friend in Arizona, CJ, was able to, he's been doing the rock industry for 20 years, and he's still holding on. Is he rich? Is he broke? He's definitely broke, but he's still holding on, and he's survived through each little cataclysm that's happened in this industry. So I was going to put a link of the OTR video I did a couple weeks back at the truck show in Ontario. OTR Performance hasn't posted the video. They haven't sent me the edits for it in the raw video. So I don't have a way to post it up. It was really a great interview. I think I did it for about 45 minutes. As soon as they send it to me, I'll make a separate video of that and post it for you guys. Really cool video I did at the exhibit, in the exhibit room. Great talking to those guys. Appreciate Jonathan asking me to come over. Appreciate you guys doing all that for me. And soon, like I said, as soon as I get the video, I'll post it up. As you'll see before me talking right now, there's just a snippet of the show. I didn't really walk around and do a lot. Just wasn't feeling it, man. Another thing about the trucking industry real quick, the vibe is just gone for me. Now it's just, now basically I feel like a steering wheel holder where I just want to come in, not give a care in the world. I don't want polish. I don't want lowered. None of that shit. I could care less. I just want to get in, make some money, and get back on my feet. Maybe later in the game, like I said, if the industry comes up and I still have my truck in storage or whatever, or maybe later on I have money to get it back in the business and do my own thing again, I'll do that. But for now, I don't see a future in it. So I just need to do me and get moving on with my life. That's it. I mean, you know, I just don't want to get involved with it. It's just, I'm mentally drained, emotionally drained, and I just gotta take care of putting food on the table and getting caught back up on my bills. That's my primary thing right now, nothing else. At the end of the day, it's a truck. I love my truck. I love the LowStar. I set out to get the LowStar. A lot of people hated the truck at first, then they saw it, and a lot of people have bought their own trucks, Prostar in general, because of me, or not because of me, but because they like what I did with my truck. It's not a show truck by any means. It's a daily driven work truck. It gets you to A and B. Sometimes it will break down, but that's the industry. But at the end of the day, it's a $20,000 truck, and I don't think I'm asking a lot, and I don't even think I'm asking too little. I think I'm right there at the margin. And if you buy it, you do. If you don't, no sweat off my nose, man. It is what it is. And go find yourself that International, or with the Cummins motor. Go get it. Please, because if I could have gotten one with it, absolutely. But it is what it is, man. So anyway, I'm going to end this here. I might do a live. Much love to everybody that supports me. Thank you again for your support. Thank you again for your subscribes, for liking it. Shout out to G-Dog on Antoine, who got his own truck, released on with LowStar. Much love and respect. Mad respect to that dude, man. Paper chasers for life. He's absolutely right about that. But mentally, I'm not there. So go get that money, man. barachosapparel.com. My boy Brandon out of the LA area, works for the city of LA, does some stuff for Liberty here and there, Liberty West. Another cool cat, got me some gear. Appreciate the love and the gear, man. Yeah. Just everybody that watches the channel, appreciate you guys. And I'll still make videos. I just don't know when the next one will be. Until then, you guys hang on out there. It's a tough market. And let's get ready for the slow market even slower market coming up for the holidays. But on that note, you guys take care. Peace out. And on the flip side of that deuce, bitty bang, bitty boom. Peace.